Welcome, folks. Welcome, everybody. Calm down, calm down. It's the truth serum. How's everybody doing? All right, calm down. Calm down. What the hell's going on here? Nirvana, the late great Kurt Cobain. Thank you for your support and the well wishers that came in yesterday. And I officially have 666 subscribers. Somebody either unsubscribe or subscribe. We got to get off of that 666. All right. We got one way or another. I hope that you subscribed. All right. What's going on in the Mobtube, Mob Squad soap opera? Very interesting. Some people are so adamant at don't you dare talk about my Mike, or don't you dare talk about my Sammy, or what? I mean, more people defend Mike than Sammy. In my data or my perception, But I do appreciate all the comments. I do go and I personally answer the comments. Even if you're trollers or haters, I do say thanks for watching. That's the nature of the beast. That's what happens. That's understandable. You can call me whatever you want to call me. That's fine. I'm comfortable. I'm a big boy. That's okay. And I've probably done it myself, saying, "Oh, you know good," blah blah blah. Well, so that's understandable. Okay. Don't talk about. Oh, and when I did the thing about the boss, Mike Franzese, former boss of the Colombo family. Now, listen, folks, this is very simple to understand. Well, he says boss. Well, he meant underboss. Well, then you mostly say a captain or a skipper or something like that. For a guy that's embedded in the mob, in his DNA, then that would be the first go-to to say a skipper or underboss or something like that. He's smart enough to know that that was a flagrant foul. So for anybody that really wants to unpack that again, well, you repeat yourself the truth. So, well, I need content. I need content. I need content. What do you want from me? So being real cute about that. And and some of the guys are like, "Oh, would you say that to their faces?" In the comments, would you say that to their faces? We're all old men. I mean, we're old men. Yeah. It's a Mobtube soap opera. I'm a Christian. I truly want everybody to rise up and not be haters. But when you step into this YouTube world and you step into this genre, then you're in a different environment. But I truly want everybody to have healthy and prosperous lives, for just be for that matter, and not get into junior high games. Oh yeah, of course I could whoop his ass. What's the value of that? If I said, oh, I could whoop Mike Franzese and Sammy the Bull, what am I proving? Would that prove for me to be a tough guy? I'm 6'2", 220. Where are they going? What would that? Come on. I'm not some big strong beast or all that. I don't care about all that mess. I'd rather be a nice guy that tries to help out and try and be entertaining. That's more valuable to me. These guys running around, trollers and haters, they all did time. Well, get your weight up. Get your weight up. Be a tough guy at your job. Be a tough guy. Promote yourself up. That's the tough guy. The streets don't mean squat. The streets will swallow you up. Come on. People got to start learning and get wisdom as they get older. I visited enough people in the joint that never got it. Their dates on their prison uniforms had 72 on it, 68, 19, the number. Well, they never got it. That's what you get. And I mean, Mike Franzese was the first soap opera. So that's like the golden channel. Like All My Children years ago was a soap opera. So if there was another soap opera that came on and you talk smack about that soap opera, they'd be like, oh no, All My Children is the best. Don't you dare talk about that. So that's the thinking apparatus. That's what goes on in the psychology of the mob squad, Mobtube. But I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm trying to give some narratives and stories. And in my thinking, I'm not gunning for like, oh yeah, you know what? If I saw him, I would like, I get a little crazy on here and immature sometimes, but my thinking isn't like, oh, I'd like to really smash him in the face if I saw. Well, you ain't gonna see Mike or Sammy in the streets anyways. For those fans, I want their fans to watch my show and just get a different flavor of what I say. That's all. I don't have all the bells and whistles like them, but I'm confident. Well, you people should be confident in what your hobbies are or goals. So, wherever you are on the timeline, you just stay with it. But uh, I, I'm like, I don't have sometimes I get peed off when they're just flagrant foul lies, but then I have to tell myself it's just entertainment. It's entertainment. Forget about what the facts are, forget about what the truths are. They used social media to their benefit because, of course, they're hustlers from being in organized crime and they know how to get every drop out of everything. So that's understandable. So the truth serum, you got to understand that you got to keep that thought in your mind. But their fans, boy, some of their fans get so ooh. Yeah, let's go fight in the street. Yeah, I'm a Sammy or Mike fan. Yeah, yeah. Oh, geez, you said this. Yeah, I said that about him. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll meet you on the corner in a half an hour. I'll meet you on the corner in a half an hour. Come on, man. Crazy, crazy. Usually, the guys that come out and say that kind of stuff, anyways, they wouldn't meet you. They wouldn't meet you. I try to demonstrate love and compassion as a Christian. I was given a second chance at life many different times, and I want to still try to uh, watch my behavior and what I say. And I don't want to be a hater, but you got to sort this kind of crap out when you're talking about these gangsters and this intermingled dialogue and talk about rats and and what is truth, what is it's just a rodeo crapshoot. But Mike Franzese, I'm still alive. Just like Pearl Jam said, I'm still alive. Unless you had a body double down there in New York City, what do I know? Maybe you had a body double, or some Pee Wee Herman was running around. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I got it wrong. The disclaimer on my show was this could be fairy tale or it could be truth, just like them. So my disclaimer is that this is all bedtime stories. That's all. This is bedtime stories. They got bedtime stories. These are bedtime stories. How do you get immunity? So, I mean, I like Joey Merlino. People don't like him. People are so adamant about you can't please all of the people all of the time. You could just please some of the people some of the time. And my fans, I appreciate my fans. I comment back and forth with them and I answer all the comments personally. What do those guys, what do your heroes, what do your mob heroes, they wouldn't give you one comment. They got a secretary that might go through and just put all love signs, you know, the heart. They might have a secretary that goes in and does that for them and just puts the heart thing for like a heart on the comment. They won't even type in thanks. At least here you get interpersonal reaction and dialogue for the people that are good enough to come to my channel. I appreciate it. And I have nothing like they have, but I live like a king and I'm blessed to be and still alive. And I got everything I need. And I got a great family. So those are my riches. Yeah, money comes in handy. There's the Cash App, blah, blah, blah. Become a member, blah, blah, blah. Buy the book, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, money comes in handy. I admit, I don't have a big ego like I'm this rich gangster running around. For you Mike Franzese fans, when has he ever done as a person, anything charitable? He throws around all these amounts about hundreds of millions of dollars. He's selling everything under the sun. But as a humanitarian, for all you Mike Franzese fans, has he ever done a turkey drive? Those homeless are running rampant out in his backyard in California. Okay, he's a mob character. Yeah, and everything. You can love him. And outside of this thing, I don't have anything personally against him. But, excuse me, but if you want to look away from the mob world and everything that he's told you about, this guy hustled more money than all the gangsters put together in the history of frickin' mankind and the mob. When you create a church of Mike, come on, man. Where's the money? You're just sucking it all up. You don't give nothing back. John A. like goes out and rock and rolls and tries to help out. Joey Merlino goes out. Forget about whether you hate a rat or this or that and all that kind of stuff. Those guys were stand-up guys. I don't know what you guys believe, but at least they go back. As a Christian, as a humanitarian, you help the downtrodden. Jesus went to the downtrodden. So, okay, you love Mike Franzese mafia stories. Wouldn't it be a nice, heartwarming feeling as a human being to say, watch him post a video that says Mike Franzese breaks ground on a developmental center for misled teens or does something for the homeless or something for the vets? Wouldn't that be heartwarming? But he don't need to do it. It's not in his DNA, and he's gonna still get millions of viewers and subscribers because that's all he thinks about. His mind, his default thinking is money. That's it. That's good to be a businessman and a content creator on YouTube. But I'm just not a mob channel. This isn't a mob channel. I've done other videos. My channel's growing, and I want to talk about mob and narrative and all that. But I'd like to talk about different subject matters. But as a humanitarian, do something. You only got that handout. I've been blocked. I've been censored. Everything under the sun. The most I asked once or twice is buy my book. It's on Amazon. For 340 videos. I don't have anything. I'm on structured income. But it's good. Money comes in handy and everything. But I've lived like a king. I've been blessed my whole life. I got a beautiful daughter that still tells me she loves me. I got a beautiful family. Give me that first. Give me that first. Well, Joe, you could have $500,000 assets, or you can have a family that's totally whacked out and and hardship came on them and tragedy came on them. Give me the great family and great relationships, because you can always get money, but you can't always get that great family and friends and the daughter I have. So put that in perspective. Mike Franzese, I feel bad about the tragic stuff that happened in his family as a person. Forget about YouTube hating and all that. That's tough. I've seen that happen with other families too, and it's heartbreaking. That's tough. I do try to be a true Christian at times. Hi, Leon. And that's tough. That's tough. But give something back. Give something back. Maybe when I was down on the ground, I did that video. Yesterday was my death date when I went down, and then I had a rebirth. I came back to, that was 10-year anniversary. Maybe the angels came down because my mother, God rest her soul, put us into biblical Bible study, church school, and we learned about some of this kind of stuff. And maybe the angels had mercy on me and has been just protecting our family, that we're all older now, middle-aged, and we're all alive, 5 for 5. Yeah, I mean, we're getting older and everything, but give me the family and my child. Give me those blessings first, than trying to be wealthy and rich and all that. I'd live the same way anyways. Good morning, Mike. There ain't really too much more I would do if I had all that other money, because I still travel, I still gamble, I would still do the same routine anyways, probably just gamble instead of betting 25 cents a spin on a slot machine or $2 on a horse race. Of course, the numbers would increase. I would still live the same way, and I would keep the blessings that the angels and everything came on me. So I would not trade hands with Mike Franzese, okay? I would not trade hands with Mike Franzese. No. I love my life. I'm totally blessed. Always been. So it's the Mob Soap Opera. And next week, I'm going to tell you about the first time I met Mike Franzese. Unless he had a body double, I don't know. Maybe some of the dates and times, I don't think they correlate, whatever he says on some things, but we'll do the soap opera. And he was nice, because I was sketchy. I was scared. I was down there and I was trying to figure things out. And he was cool about it. And aside from the mafia and all that, he'd probably be a cool guy. Nobody's perfect. He's a smart thinker, and he knows how to make money. So I'm not trying to hate anybody. People could come at me, and I'm not going to fist fight at 60 just for anybody. I mean, I don't want to be immature or anything, but if it come down to that, some kind of confrontation, somebody coming at me, believe me, it wouldn't be my fists. Okay. But we don't want to be junior high school, immature thinking. We want to rise up and demonstrate love and compassion. Okay. And demonstrate nirvana. Good sound mind, sound thinking, love and compassion. Demonstrate that, and then you invite that into your reality. Think positive, create positive reality. Not all this juvenile stuff. Oh, I'll go kick your butt. Oh, yeah, really? Really? Come on, folks. And Sammy the Bull Gravano, they all got fans, and some of them don't like each other. The Sammy fans don't like Mike Franzese. The Mike fans don't like Sammy the Bull. Some of those fans like Joey Merlino, some don't. Some like John A. Light, some don't. Some like Mikey Scars, some don't. Who can entertain? Is the content, whether they're facts or lies, some people are so gung-ho and adamant, which you should be, about the history of the mafia. You should be. And some are so gung-ho on that, and others don't care. Can you entertain? Do you have the ability to communicate and tell a good story? Are you entertaining? You know. And folks, I mean, I'd like, well, my audience, am I entertaining? Am I entertaining? Calm down back there. I got some infiltrators back there. I don't know if gotta keep my eye on them. We like to have a little fun over here. And Happy New Year to you folks, new folks that come in here. Mike K, thank you. Good morning. And a friend of mine told me this morning that if we flash back 1995 or whatever and said, hey, Joe, in the future, Mike Franzese is going to be on this social media thing, and Sammy the Bull is going to be on a social media thing. And you'd say, well, there's no way. That's impossible. There's not even a 0.01%. It's totally impossible. Fast forward 2024 for this secret fraternity called the Mafia. Fast forward. Just old dinosaur hustlers still trying to get another dollar. And everybody has a right to that. But I would never believe it was possible. Never. My godfather would say, well, if you were on there, I would drag you, JoJo, up and down the street. If you ever was on there, some social media platform telling stories, you got to realize, see, most of the other guys that aren't publicized or recognized, old time, they don't like this. They don't like this platform. They don't. It's like urinating all over that life. I'll admit it. It's just like urinating on that whole life. And then it's a rodeo. They're telling lies about this and all this other stuff. It's totally disgracing the predecessors for the Italian culture or the mob culture, mafia culture, whatever, however you view it. But it's totally insulting. I'm guilty as charged. And I don't have immunity to be telling about details. I don't have. If I had details about crimes and violence, I wouldn't say them here. I was nobody. So, well, what was your position in the mob? Nothing. I was a office worker that went back and forth with bread and donuts, and I just rubbed elbows with them guys. That's all. I'm sorry if that hurts my channel. It hurts my channel. But I was around them all. My connection also is my godfather was an enforcer for the Colombo family, maybe the Genovese and whoever, but his more allegiance was the Colombo family. And that's where Mike Franzese, our good friend, was. But you'll never see anybody else. Thank you, Robert B., for making this point. You know, you never see any other person, secondhand account saying, well, Mike Franzese, we were here, we were there. You'll never see that. I'm 60 years old. A Hammer, Roman culture is ruthless. Philly Bob, we're in the house. I'm doing good. Thank you, folks, for joining me. Keep my show going. I'm stuck on 666 subscribers. Somebody subscribe or unsubscribe. Hey, we got 10 subscribers in one day. That's a new land record. So, whatever, you know. So, yeah, so that's my mob history. I used to go to the club, and yeah, there was a crew there, and it was crazy. It's crazy if you're not a made person, Rocky. And so you got to follow the rules of what you say and everything. So that's all there is to it. I don't want to claim to be misrepresent myself as some made guy from a family or all of that. No, my mother raised me, single mother raised me to go get educated, go get on the dean's list, go work, go do this and that, be a good person in the world. I would well, if I get views or subscribers on here, I ain't not going to disgrace my late great mother and how she tried to nurture me into trying to be a good person in the world. Yeah, I get a little crazy. We're all guilty of charge. We're emotional creatures, but I'm not going to do that for nothing to say I was a made guy with some, because my mother wouldn't agree with that. Stick the mob in your, and it's not like when you're running around with these guys, you're not going, oh, that's the mafia. They're just, Rick, Tony, Jimmy, Eric. You're not going, oh, that's the mob. They're just like human beings. It's not a movie where you're just going, oh, Rocky 667. I got good people that come in here. And you could come to my show and we could chop things up and have fun together. Them big channels never took 1 second out for their subscribers to go in there and type 5 letters, 6 letters, thanks. I do go back and check. Sometimes it takes time, but I do appreciate that. I got a small channel. I value everybody that comes in here. Everybody's just important to me. It's the truth, sir. But thank you, Rocky. We all need to bring each other up. So that's Mikey Scars. I like A Hammer. I like Mikey Scars. They responded back to me earlier on, and I mean, boy, there's some people that hate too. And John A. Light. If you ever watch this again, you're the guy I wanted in the foxhole. I know you're a busy guy, but I appreciate you kept me going. I don't know if that was you or some fake channel or whatever comment, but I kept going. I want John A. Light in my foxhole. If there's 4 soldiers over there, I want him. That's it. That's it. But oh well, and you gotta so like, I mean, I'm stuttering, and this is unedited. Oh, you're jealous of Mike Franzese with all the money and big. I'm not jealous of anything. I'm happy. Look at me. Look at him. I'd rather be me. I don't know. You guys should be confident in yourselves too. Jeez. I'm blessed. I found extra time. I was dead. I was dead. 10 years ago was my anniversary of when I was dead and came back. I'm supposed to be an invalid at best. I'm happy. Jeez. Why do people correlate wealth and possessions and everything else, and they think that's a direct correlation to being happy? I know a lot of miserable millionaires and hobos in the street that are whistling and walking down the street. So perceive it however you want. Yes, money comes in handle. I would love to go to Paris or Russia or China, or well, maybe not China, but I'd like to travel and do all that. Yeah, of course, money comes in handy. There's a Cash App in there somewhere. There's a book. Become a member. But if I feel bad like a beggar when I do that, at least I tell you guys I feel like a damn beggar. At least I tell you, because it is begging. It is begging. I always was prosperous my whole life and all this and that. I was charitable. I wasn't begging. That's why I get peed off about Mike. I get peed off about Mike. You got Hollywood production cameramen. Go to the streets, break ground, help somebody out, Lou Frate. Help somebody out. We're all going to be dead in 20 years, 10. We're going to be dead. What the hell? We're going to do something. I don't want to hate you. I want to promote love and compassion. But outside of Mobtube, come on, man. $500 bottles of wine? Jeez. Wow, he goes right for the... So, I don't know. I wanted to put some content together. And next week, I'm going to talk about when I went down and met Mike. And he was nice. Philly Bob, $10 bottle of wine is good enough for me. Yeah. I mean, they try to be connoisseurs. And, Philly Bob and everybody else that's watching, they did, now listen, Joe, buy the wine, buy the cruise. They did these blind case studies, and they had 3 unidentified bottles of wine. And it said, what's the $5 bottle, the $50 bottle, the $250 bottle? Out of 100 people, it was like 60% of the people thought the $5 bottle of wine was a $250 bottle of wine. And the rest of that showed that the other 20% thought that the $250 bottle of wine was the $5 bottle of wine. So it's all in label and perception and aristocratic yuppiness and all that. It's all for show to say, hey, look, Tom, I bought a $500 bottle of wine. Ooh, you're a cool cat. Wow, you're an aristocrat. You're really high on the freaking ladder. Come on. What's that cheap bottle of wine? God forgive me, that the homeless they used to get. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. That might be in my comments right now, but there was that a grape is a grape is a grape is a grape. Where are you getting all these grapes from? All these rotted out vineyards out in California in this drought? I don't know. The winos used to have Night Train, I think. No, there was a different one. Man, my mind is going. But yeah, there used to be this cheap brand of wine, and they used to get for 40 years ago, it was $5, $4 or whatever, but they used to drink it. But does the studies show that the wine connoisseurs that write articles in magazines for other aristocrats, they were doing these blind studies, and they couldn't differentiate a $5 bottle of wine from a $500 bottle of wine or a upscale brand. Come on. It's just like buying a pair of jeans. You can go to Walmart and get a pair for 10, or back in the day they had the Jordache and Sergio Valente, and it's just for esteem. That's all. So Yeah, I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate everybody comes in here. We talk back and forth. Thank you, Rocky, for getting me off of that 666. I appreciate it. And next week, I'm going to talk about the first time I met Mike, and he was cool. He was cool about it. I'm thinking back because I had a brain injury, and there's a lot of times I don't just have total recall. Like really, these guys got total recall, verbatim about all this stuff that happened, like Sammy the Bull. Like I mean, geez, wow, man, they got good recall, but some of it might be true, some of it might be false. That I might whatever I'm telling you. So let's put that disclaimer out there, okay? Maybe I just might have false memories. I was in a coma for a long time. Maybe I dreamt this shit up in a coma. I don't know. You got to look at everything. But if they're on YouTube talking about mob stories, they have immunity. I don't. And I didn't do anything anyway. So that's my mob history. My godfather was an enforcer, and he told me a lot of stories. And sometimes they pop up in my head. And then I can, do the best I can to get the basic precip of the story. And I got to put in the filler material. Okay. I got to put in the filler material to make you know what I mean? So, thank you folks for coming in here and helping me out. And, we're going to talk about, that. And, I just keep pumping these out. So, oh, thank you for the folks. I'm starting to, I'm dribbling in. I'm getting book sales. So if any of you guys got questions about, well, what's your position and what's your relationship to the mob or anything, it's in that book. That's me. I was a little boy. That's me. They dead miss. It's on Amazon. It's a ham sandwich, $8 or whatever. If you want to know, well, that's it. It's there. So I appreciate your support. I always go through and thank the people that are good enough to come in here. Leon Swan was here. Might have been my very first subscriber. Leon Swan, God bless you and your family. Happy New Year. Thank you for supporting me to keep me going and keep me confident in the hardest times on my channel. Mike, thank you. A Hammer, Roman culture is ruthless. Yeah. Philly Bob, thank you. Rocky, thank you. A Hammer, Philly Bob. Mario Mendez was one of my first starting five. Thank you, Mario. These guys, we all need a friend. We all need support, okay? We all need, even if you're a confident, a stable person, love and compassion wins, man. This is mafia, violence, and murder. Love and compassion wins. In the real world. Leon Swan's still here. He's at Leon Mario. Thank you. So we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. Can we get to 1,000 subscribers? Yeesh. I think we can. You've got to dream it first, and then the reality will follow. So that's all. So I wish the best for Mike Franzese. I wish the best for Sammy the Bull Gravano. As a Christian, I wish the best for everybody because I was given a second chance at life. And now I can have fun and laugh and everything, and I'm able to do this. So I don't want to smack the angels in the face and be an ingrate because they're probably thinking, you better put a good word in. You're on this crazy Mobtube stuff, but you better put a good word in. So, outside of this Mobtube, I wish the best for Mike Franzese and his family. I wish the best for Sammy the Bull Gravano. Nobody's perfect. Okay? So, how do I leave you? I appreciate everything. And next week or whatever, tomorrow, I don't know. I do these all the time. But you got to hit that like button. That's very important. It's very important. They've been telling me now. Thank you, YouTube, for helping me out. Things were rocky, but thank you, YouTube, for helping me out. When in Rome, you got to do like the Romans, and you got to hit the like button. If you don't donate or buy the book or become a member, it's all right. This might be hard financial times for people out there. Hit the like button. It's free. That is free. All right. So that's it. Let's demonstrate nirvana and love and compassion. And I got some good stories coming. And be the kings and queens of your world. We are from divine DNA. And the world is a vampire. It wants some of that blood. Brush it off. Stay strong. You can get there and you'll rise up. All right. In 2024, you'll rise up. Think it. Think it. Thank you, folks. God bless you all.